Okay, this is a demonstration of the various modes of the power system meter. Once again, we start off in the main menu, which is it boots up to this screen. It also returns to this screen if you press the menu button from one of the functions of the test set. Press meter here and select EI meter. This measures the current in the hardwire E input and the hardwire I input, the angle between them, and calculates the watts, Vars, power factor, and volt amps. The voltage scale is 0 to 150 volts. The current scale is 0 to 10 amps. Vectors will plot on the wheel right here. The red vector is voltage, and when it reaches the circle, it's 150 volts. The green vector is current, and the scale for the current can be toggled between 5 and 10 amps by pressing this green key. On the 10 amps, it takes 10 amps for the green vector to reach the circle. On the 5 amp scale, it takes 5 amps for it to reach the circle. Okay, there are instructions. Press the instruction button, and there are written instructions and a photograph which gives some basic connection information. Okay, what I'll do now is I will turn on the voltage and turn on the current, and I'll set this to 30 degrees. Okay, I just changed it to 5 amp full scale. You can see this, the voltage is always the red, it's always at 0, it's the reference vector, and the current is green, and right now it's 2 amps. If it was 5 amps, it would reach the end of the circle here, and the angle is 30 degrees. The angle prints right there as the voltage current angle, watts, Vars, power factor, and volt amps. That data is right down here. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll change the angle to say 40, 50. I have a SSR 78 relay test set, and I'm changing the angle on the thumb wheel on it to demonstrate this, and that is 90 degrees. I can go to 90 degrees the other way, leading, and that's 80 degrees right there. You can see that the Vars are in. When the Vars are in, the VAR paints, the background for the VAR reading is red. Okay, I can go to 100, and the watts are now also in. The watts and Vars are in. So depending on what quadrant, it will show you the direction of the watts and Vars. And that is your basic phase angle meter or power system meter used to commission, to do load in-service checks on CT and PT secondary circuits to make sure after you energize it that the current and voltage is applied to the relay in the correct amplitude and direction. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. Go back to the menu mode. Once again, select meter, and this screen here is EI meter with the clamp on. This allows me to use the clamp on instead of the hardwire input for those cases where you don't have a duct bill or you don't have a meter jack and you just want to be able to clamp on the lead. It uses a Fluke i200S clamp on, which is shown right here. And it has instructions similar to the other mode, and it shows, a picture with the clamp on. Okay, once again, I'm going to turn the voltage and current on. As voltage comes up, I don't have any current because the clamp on is still here in my hand. Observing the arrow on the clamp on, I clamp it on the current wire, and now it reads the appropriate value of current. Let me go to 5 amp full scale, so I get a little bigger vector there. Okay, there we are at 5 amps full scale, and we'll go to lag 100. That's 0. That's lag by 30 degrees right there. and that should demonstrates the clamp on. Take the clamp on off, and of course the current goes away. Okay, so go to the menu mode here. Once again, press meter and go to the eye-to-eye meter. This measures the eye input, the hardwire eye input, and the clamp on and the angle between them. And it's useful where you have to compare two currents, like the contribution to a differential relay will be scaled by the CTs, and they should be at 180 degrees out of phase. And this allows you to verify that before you cut the relay in. Once again, looking at the arrow, okay, I can see that both vectors are identical, they're in phase, okay, and that's because I have the clamp on orientated with the arrow pointed in the correct direction. If I reverse it, clamp it back on the wire again, you can see they're now 180 degrees out of phase. This is how most differential relays would be connected. So this is your eye-to-eye in-service reading. There's also a mode, which will be in a different movie, to do a live ratio test, where you can put the clamp on the primary conductor and put a duckbill in the watt-hour meter, the meter jack, the relay, whatever you can paddle or plug into, and measure the ratio and polarity of a CT using primary current. It also has that mode. So let me just press menu here and return to the main menu. Of course, the eye-to-eye meter also has instructions and a photograph giving connection information. Some of the photographs don't show up with the camera, but they're there. Okay, and now I'm back to the main menu.